defect called interlinked.
I don't know,
Boys!
Good night.
There's no doubt that our generation has had it a lot different. Now, I'm not arguing to say that our generation's had it a lot harder. Our generation has had the easiest and the most access to information than anyone has ever had in the last 20 to 40 years. We have access to news articles, research papers, other important letters. There's so much information that's so easy to access. And we all know that years of science is not going to be accurate. Years of research can be wrong. We could have all this information, but we can also have a lot of misinformation. The amount of people that have access to this, the ages that people have access to this, kids as young as 9 years old, they're able to reach this information, and all they need is a simple smartphone, just a little bit of curiosity. Depression, anxiety, loneliness, and many other symptoms that we've heard in the past that come with the overconsumption of social media. We all know this. This is not a mystery, but somehow we continue to spend a mind-boggling amount of time online. The amount of people that we come across online showing off their extravagant lives. We all know it's an exaggerated version of their life. For us to compare it to our mediocre version of life. What that results in is us coming to the conclusion that we don't really know what we're doing with our lives. And maybe even coming to the conclusion that we're lost and that we don't know what to do. And seeing these people online each and every day and giving us that feeling of us not knowing where we're going, or making us feel like we've accomplished way less than what we should have. This is not living. Comparison is the thief of joy. We've all been told this, and we still wonder why we feel lost. No, seriously, where even am I right now? Somehow we're a generation that has the most information, and we're the one that feels the most lost. How does that even make sense? Maybe it's because we're looking for the information in the wrong places. Maybe it's because we're too focused on all the funny and mind-numbing content that's out there. Or maybe it's because we grew up in a forgiving generation where we don't have to struggle as much, so we just don't. Or maybe it's because we're too obsessed with the way that we look rather than the way that we perform. Or maybe it's because we're focused on other people's successes and too focused on self-improvement that we don't even know what we want for ourselves. No matter how the way you spin it, we're all heading in the same directionless direction. Nowhere. And this is not for me to make you feel bad, because guess what? We're all in the same place. Millions, if not trillions of people. People in different age groups, people of different races, cultural backgrounds. We're all in the same ride. The answer has never been to find direction. It's about being okay with the idea of feeling lost, not being in control of all the uncontrollables. Can you believe that came out of my mouth right now? Being online gave us a warped version of reality. It gave us figures and images of what we think we should look like. But that's all it is. It's warped. It's not real. So if you already know this information, why do you keep hurting yourself and consuming so much stuff? I remember seeing someone online say something that went along the lines of stick to what made you weird in middle school and high school because it's what makes you interesting as an adult. That's probably not how the saying went, but it went along those lines. Just whatever, leave me alone. There's no need for comparison when you have you. Everything about you and everything that makes you unique, something that someone else can't replicate 100%. Because they'll never be authentic. One of the easiest ways to finding something that you love doing, like a hobby or like your passion, is going back to your childhood. Going back to your childhood and trying to remember one of the things that you just naturally gravitated toward. It's such a cheat code. Doing those things that brought us so much joy when we were a child, it turns into something different when we get older. It makes us more motivated. It makes us feel happier when we do something, and it makes us feel even more fulfilled. We even feel less lost than what we were before. Now, this may not be easy for some because I understand that your past may have been somewhere where you weren't able to explore something like that as a child. You weren't able to do that thing that you gravitated towards. But there's something so novel in exploring that kid in us because it turns into something so beautiful. So if you take nothing from this video, take this. If you feel lost, directionless, helpless, The whole 9 yards. Maybe being you was the answer that you might have been looking for this whole time.